Greetings, everyone. My name is Jaideep Murthy, a first year student at NIT Allahabad, pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering. A hearty welcome to all our excited viewers for today's session of Techie Talks on the topic of data science and machine learning. Get ready to explore the succeeding levels of artificial intelligence in the name of machine learning. Without delaying any further, let us now start the session. Are you aware of the term machine learning? What are the daily life applications of machine learning, and should you learn, and why should you try learning about them? What are the sources and the prerequisites required to get started with the above topic? If you do know, if you do not know any answer, if you do not know the answer to even one of the questions I have previously stated, no need to worry, as we will clear them all at a single stretch in today's session. Are you excited to know who today's guest speaker is? Today, we have Mr. Phani Karnati, a tech genius with immense knowledge of artificial intelligence and machine learning. He had pursued his BTech in Jawaharlal Institute of Technology and later went on to complete his executive postgraduate in IIIT Bangalore in data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. He also did his master's from University of Louisville. He is currently working as the head of artificial intelligence and machine learning at a world-leading AI ML company we have. Without any further delay, let us invite our honorable guest, Mr. Phani Karnati sir, onto the screen to captivate us with his life experiences and talks.
Hey, hi, good evening, guys. How are you all?
Good evening, sir. It's so
Great.
pleasant for us to have you on this beautiful evening. Firstly, sir, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. I think you already introduced me. It was a great introduction, though. Thank you so much. Yeah, so as JD rightly said, I'm Phani Karnati. Uh, I have been in industry for the last 16 years. Way back in 2005, I started my career. And as he rightly stated, um, yeah, I did my master's in University of Louisville, United States. Most of my career, I was in the US for the last 11 years. I worked for top MNCs leading their AI/ML teams, Center of Excellences, and many others. Okay, we implemented a prestigious projects too. And most of my career is in healthcare analytics and telecom domain. And I moved back to India, and I started my career with WeHave.ai. I lead their AI/ML team. Uh, we're doing good projects now, and parallelly, I completed my executive masters from IIIT Bangalore, and currently, so I completed my two masters, and I'm pursuing my third master's from IIIT Hyderabad. It's a PDM, Product Design Management. Okay, so it's still a long way to go. Yeah, it's a great honor for me to address all you people. Yeah, hope you'll enjoy the session, and I'll clarify all your doubts. Yeah, so that is pretty much about me.
All right, sir. I'm sure everyone is excited to listen to you.
Yeah,
Sir,
thank
how
you.
did your interest start to grow in this vast field of machine learning and artificial intelligence?
Oh, that's simple. What happened is basically that was in 2011, when I was working with G. I was with Birlasoft working for G. We have to prove something to the client differently. So we were in web development, but we want to do something different so that client will be impressed. So we started getting our hands dirty with Python and some of the R to prove some things in data visualizations and analytics. So there it started, and then I moved to Humana. There they started their data science in 2013. They are launching their platforms and all. So I was a couple of few employees who started the data science in their company, and we did good. We implemented a lot of data science projects and AI over there. That's where we go. And I'm really passionate about this data science. Even today, I write code with my own hands and fold up my sleeves. If not every time, but when it's needed, I'll just fold up my sleeves and start writing the code. We are trying to get into agricultural drones and all now. So that's where we are focusing as at this point.
Okay, sir. That's so amazing.
Right.
We are eagerly waiting to listen to you more about this concept. Okay, sir. You can carry on with your presentation.
Sure, definitely. So will someone bring up the presentation on the screen, or do you want to go
Yes, sir.
bit?
You got it.
Okay, sure. Okay, so this data science or the AI and ML, most of the people, I know with the trend that is going on, you people might have already heard about it. But what is the fuel for the data science? That is important, right? The fuel for the, I mean, the fuel for the AI and machine learning is all about that data. Okay, if your data is right, your machine works fine. Means the machine which you learned on the data will work fine. Okay, all it starts with the data. Data is a new fuel. That is the saying in the market. I don't know whether you might have heard it or not. Okay, so the people who wants to get a best ML engineer or a data scientist should take the control of the data. That is the key. The key, whole key lies there. Okay, so let me start from there on. So what is this data? I know most of you already might have seen, okay, or heard about what the data is. It's a raw form, okay. But back when I started my career and now, the data has various plethora of forms. All right. Initially, it was like text, voice, but later on it became images. Okay, even the reviews and all, of course text only, but the text was not as huge as it was before, right? The data is exponentially growing. Okay, now we are talking about petabytes of data, right? So how to tame that data? The data is huge, so if you can tame it, then only you can reap the fruits out of it, right? That is the key. Okay, so what happened is, like, just an interesting fact, AI is there since long time, but AI used to be a gaming winning techniques, right? Game winning techniques, like they used to play chess, they used to play AlphaGo, they win, they do many, but it is good, right? But as and when companies started piling up their old data since long time, they don't know what to do with the data. Then this AI started supporting that data and trying to give better insights so that they are getting advanced in the business by taking the help of those insights. Say for example, where to establish a new branch, where to establish a new office, who are my target clients, how to pitch my product to them. There are various options that you can see, or various insights that you can bring once you have the data through your data science skills. Okay, either you can do your data analytics, or you use machine learning, or you use deep learning. Okay, but the insights from the data is the key here. Okay, so that's where, when you saw the business growth, the money started flowing and everybody started talking about it. Okay, so where there is a money, there is a preference, right? So obviously we are all capitalist commercial world. Okay, so that's where it all started. Okay, so that is in short, that is crux of all these three questions. Like, what is the data? It can be in any form. Okay, it can be in structured, unstructured. Structured is something like you have your rows and columns. Unstructured is your image, the video which I'm talking. Okay, the text, the voice which you're hearing, that is all unstructured data. But ultimately it has to be converted into structured data. That is deep science. We'll discuss that. You will get to know probably once you study more about the AI and ML. Okay, and what is the data science? What is the data science basically? Can you tell me? Can anybody tell me what is? Oh, I don't know whether you can speak up or not. Okay, what is the data science? Like, what is a neural science? To know what is the about the neurons, nerves, right? Nerve system, right? Same thing. The data science is helpful to you to understand the data. The person who don't know that science can't understand. So the moment you see the data, a huge pile of data, you should be able to figure out, okay, what is going on with the data. Okay, with minimal test, right? The data should be able to talk to you. Okay, you should have that level of command to the data. I mean, it's not one day process. It takes time, and you may have to learn few of the things to really understand the data in right way and proper manner. But the science to understand the data and make the use of that data is the data science, right? And why is it that important? As I told you before, it is giving the business benefits. Those insight Using those insights, people are making money. In simple words, that is the reason why it is important. Not only that one, there is a social side of it. Okay, that is one side of it. The commercial is one side of it. There is a social side of it, where it is making your lives better than before, right? Okay, so like, say for example, just take a metro system. Using the data science, you can understand, like, at the peak hours how many trains has to run, at the off peak hours how many trains has to run, right? So accordingly they get benefited, and you get proper time with the trains. I mean, what I mean by that is, like, your trains will be on the proper time, right? Like, you don't run less trains at the off peak hours and more trains at the off peak hours and less trains at the peak hours, right? So it doesn't work like that. There are many plethora of advantages. You can see your traffic fines are being automated nowadays, and the drones, fertilizers can be sprayed using the drones, and it clearly detects what disease is going on with the plant and probably spray the pesticide accordingly. So that saves a lot of time and money to the farmer, and you are increasing his benefits from 1x to probably 3x or 5x. So you are helping some farmer who is earning some in 1 acre, he is making 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs rupees. You can increase his benefits to up to 5 to 6 lakhs. Right? So there are various benefits of using the data science, and in the cancer research, you name it, you see the advantages of it, both on the commercial sides and the social sides. Okay, so that is the reason why it is important. And what is a machine learning? Can I draw somewhere here? Is it possible for me to draw anything? Okay, so if it's not possible, then what is the machine learning is, I'm not going to read through this one. Okay. You know what it is. But your machine should be able to understand the things, right? Okay, so I can share my screen, right? Okay, let me quickly share my screen. Okay, so that I can draw something too, right? Oh, something is going wrong. Okay, I don't care. What is going on with that? Because I can see myself. Okay, so if you see this Ford assembly line, Ford motor assembly line, you see images. This is also AI. Okay, right? This is also AI based on of out of your rules. Okay, and this is also AI. What is that? Your Boston Dynamics robot. See here, I'll show this. Okay, this is also AI. Okay, and what is the difference between this one and this one is, if you people think about it, this is rule based. This is completely rule based. If you stop your car for a minute and leave it, it doesn't know what to do. It will fix the wheels in place of seat in place of the wheels. Okay, it will mess up the whole thing, whole assembly. But this is not like that. It understands the environment, it pursues the environment, and it knows what to do in which situation. What is the difference between these two is, this is rule based, this is machine learning based, which means that it takes the data dynamically and understands the data, okay, and responds according to the data. Okay, so that is the difference between the your rule based and machine learning based. Your chatbots are machine learning based. They can be rule based chatbots also, but it is not possible to have the rule based all the time, because every person asks the same question in 100 different ways. Okay, you can't put the rules over there. It has to be machine learning. So machine has to learn dynamically, pursue the question and understand the question and respond accordingly and go fetch the data accordingly. Okay, so that is the deep difference between your rule based and machine learning based. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. Okay, stop sharing. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. So you understand? So I'm not going to read through these all things. But so where we started with the data. Why data? Data is the key for that. And from the data, we are just slowly entering into the machine learning. Okay. So what is a machine learning? It is not the rule based, means it is not if and else conditions. It is the learning based. So it learns internally and it perceives the environment and learns again, and tries to get better and better, like a human being. Okay, if I have a little bit to draw, then I would have been a little bit better. Okay? But it's okay, right? You understand? That is the difference. Okay, and being the data scientist, it is not a 9 to 5 job. Okay, guys. Okay, it is a highly responsible job, because your decisions will influence the C level people. Who are C level people? CEOs and CFOs. Okay, they really value your output, your insights, whatever you show them from your analysis. They make decisions on top of it. So you people have to be utmost careful. Okay, when it comes to the any output that is expected from you. Why? Any wrong decision can have adverse impacts. Okay, so please keep this in mind. It is not many people, like your talent can be as equal to as Java and .NET, but your decisions, the output is very sensitive. Okay, so please keep that in mind. In case if you choose data science as your career, build that responsibility parallelly along with your technical skills. Okay, so become a leader also, right? That is the reason why data scientists will be in the elite club. They directly talk to C-level people. Even when I was in US, now also in India, I don't even talk to my manager. I just report to him. Okay, I directly talk to C-level people. Okay, here also I directly talk to the clients. And in Humana, where I was working, a $40 billion company, I directly talk to the VP and above level people. Okay, why? Because that is the importance that would be given. At the same time, the same level of responsibility. So when I have that power, I have the same level of responsibility, which is very important, because here you see the decision makers. Your lives are, you are like a pilot. You are like a pilot, as good as pilot. Okay, so need to be careful, right? Okay, so these are few of the use cases, guys. Okay, this is what I was telling you, how nice it would be to become a data scientist, to know about the data. Okay, and we'll talk about the AI and machine learning also, but I'm just trying to share my experiences and where to start. Okay, so where to start is with the data. Any data scientist, any machine learning engineer, or any person who is an AI, ask them, they start with the data. All that needs is the data. Okay, if you don't have the data, there is nothing. Okay, so in my career, I did few great projects. Of course, the last one is not mine. Okay, the first one is the cancer prediction, hysterectomy. Okay, so hysterectomy is a pre-cancer surgery that happens for women who are above 40 years of old. Okay, so women above 40, you can imagine, right? They might have already gave birth to two kids. Okay, and may or may not, they might have undergone the cesarean surgery, right? On top of it, if they get this hysterectomy, so they have to undergo one more surgery, which is very complicated surgery. And post hysterectomy, they are leaving The life is pathetic. I mean, it's a miserable life. Okay, they're just leaving. Okay, so it's a terrible life. Okay, because they're already. I mean, one surgery on the woman, they're already sensitive people, right? And they have to take care of the kids too. One surgery itself a big thing for them. Okay, so two, three, and especially these kind of surgeries. Okay, the life won't be as smooth as okay it is before. Okay, so I heard this in one of the conference which we were discussing, and I proposed this, like, why can't we predict this history, I mean, well in advance, so that they can be treated on the medication rather than going for the surgery. Okay, so we started this project. It was a successful project. We used deep tech, RNNs, and ANNs, okay, to predict them. What is RNN? Is recurrent neural network. That is a your deep learning, machine learning concept. Okay, and we predicted that 3 months in advance, and our customer care executives reached them. Hey, it seems like you may be prone to this drug. Why don't you come down to the lab and get it tested? Who are getting tested positive, okay, they will be started treating on the medication. You don't need to go for a surgery. That is the social side. Okay, that is the social side of it. I'm extremely happy when I'm seeing this use case. Okay, I feel that I made a change and difference in somebody's life. So that is what the data scientists are. Like, it's not that you might be at the behind the screens, okay, but you are heroes. Okay, you make change in somebody's life. Same thing in the another thing which we are going to build. Probably we are trying to bring a change in the farmer's life. So where the farmer has x income, we are trying to make it 3x, 3 times. Okay, that should be your objective. The social cause can be your objective. Okay, you have that power, right, guys? So on the commercial side, of course, there will be someone is paying money, means they also expect some commercial side of it, right? So the woman, if the hysterectomy is detected well in advance, they don't go for a surgery. If they don't go for a surgery, there won't be a claim. Mine is a healthcare company, so if it doesn't, the claim won't hit the company. So that means, like, it's a profit to the company, right? You know what is a claim, right? Accidental claim, okay, or health claim, hospitalized claim. These claims will hit what? So we are the healthcare, so we get hit by hospitalization claim or surgical claims and all those things, right? Okay, so we don't get those claims. So that is the commercial side of it. But do we have a social side of it? Yes. Okay, it is not everything is commercial. There is a social cause which makes you feel happy about your work. So that is the reason why I'm saying it is not 9 to 5 job. Okay, it is your life. And most of you, I heard, like, you are all from IITs and NITs, like few people, like, they really care for the societies, right? Okay, and yes, care for the society. You will definitely can do a great things with your knowledge. Okay, that is one suggestion I can give. And this XPO logistics, and these are all little commercial side. We predict, okay, the route maps. What is the optimal route map uh, to deliver the logistics so that they can reach in the shortest time and fastest. Okay, and 7 by 11 gas station, probably this is another interesting use case, but I did not work on this one. Okay, one of my friend, I just thought of adding it here. So this is a complete autonomous gas station. Okay, so no one will be there in the gas station. Everything is taken care automatically. Okay, even there is an issue in the gas station about the spilling of the gas or wastage of, what do you say, uh, due to extreme winter, sometimes gas pipeline breaks. Okay, those all things will be notified to the nearest maintenance guy or maintenance supervisor well in advance. Okay, so that is the biggest advantage. They are using the Snapdragon. um, there is a IoT devices. Okay, IoT devices and sensors. They are processing all the computation at the gas station itself using this tiny IoT Snapdragon, Qualcomm Snapdragon 860. Okay, so that is one thing. So these are the few of the use cases, and out of which I am very proud to say about this one. Okay, and technically this is good. And these all things you may see here and there, the optimization things, route map, or optimization of your warehouse, those all things falls under here. What is optimization? Which products, how to place your fast moving products, where to place your slow moving products, how to order your slow moving products, how to order your fast moving products. Okay, lumpy products. Okay, so there are different techniques. We use cross-turn models, we use ETS, exponential smoothing, some time series analysis we did over here. Okay, which you learn if you are going to get a data scientist into a data science stream, then you'll definitely have this. Okay, but these are all your rare things. Hope you get something like this where you work for a social cause. Okay, and this is a deep tech for sure. Okay, so these are the couple of things which I can say about the use cases pertains to data science, AI, and machine learning. And the one which I showed over there, Boston Robotics, that is a very good use case which they are building the robots for defense. Okay, I don't know where it will head. Okay, it may have positive impacts and some negative impacts too. Okay, but yes, they are doing good. There it detects. You can see some of the videos. Boston Dynamics army robots. Okay, they predict precisely whom to shoot, whom not to shoot, who is a real person, who is a fake person. Everything it detects. You can see that video. Okay, when you get time. So these are few other use cases, guys. Your driverless cars, you know very well. Landing gear failure prediction. Okay, this one is very important use case. Previously, I was alluding you people, right, that you people are as important as your pilot, and this is exactly the one of the use case that makes it true statement. You know why? Because you should be able to predict when the landing gear of a flight will fail, right? And do you think you did something and go home? No, right? You should be able to predict it with utmost precision that it should never say that it won't fail when it is really failing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm repeating the statement. Your model should never say it will not fail when it actually fails. What will happen in that case? What will happen in that case? Your flight will crash, right? Okay, so your prediction should be very precise. And is it an exaggeration if I say that you are as important as pilot? No, it is not. You are equally important as pilot. You are taking care, you are saving so many lives with your prediction. Okay, so feel this responsibility. And your nuclear disaster, there was a nuclear disaster because they predicted it wrongly that that particular nuclear reactor will not fail up to 1300 years, whereas that nuclear reactor failed within 100 years. Okay, so whose fault is it? Of course it's many people's fault, but the data scientist who predicted it wrongly has also his lion's share in that, right? So please be careful. Yes, you are in the elite club, but at the same time you have the equal responsibilities. All right, guys, so hope you will keep that in mind. So small business solutions, if you really want to help, try to explore any small business solutions that can help small businesses, so you can really predict their sales. Okay, and how to maintain their stock inventory. Okay, or explore their markets, how to get the international customers, these kind of things. If you can make something, that would be really amazing. Okay, if you want to choose, come into this line. Okay, so AI market, and these are all small statistics. Yes, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to take you to the next slide. Okay, you can go through these slides later, how important is your AI market and how it is growing. Okay, so there are few statistics that has mentioned, like few people ran their survey and told that it will be 309 by 2026. Yes, it is really, we are seeing it. It is evident. It is evident that it may be 309 or maybe more. Okay, and there is a great increase in the AI job market. Okay, I don't want to put a lot of things on this one, but because this is not what our main focus is, right? Okay. And currently India just has two supercomputers. Okay. So now we are our country is really focusing on it. I think if I'm not wrong, IIT Roorkee or IIT Roper has got one more supercomputer. I saw it recently in the news. So it is, yes, it is, we are also gaining our grounds now on the AI, but we are still lagging. Okay, with no hesitation I am telling, we are still lagging. Okay. So I think your next generation should, okay, gear up and okay, do some wonders, right guys? And there is a great initiative, iravat, AI rawat. It starts with AI. It is, as a whole, it sounds iravat. So there is an initiative by government of India which is trying to manufacture the microprocessors and supercomputers. Okay, I think it is little impacted by the COVID situation, but they are again back, okay, back on track, right? So all your IITs, IAS, and some of the NITs are also going to get supercomputers so that you people can, okay, work yourself and get yourself facilitated with your idea. Okay. And if you have an idea, yes, nowadays, as never seen before, okay, they have incubation centers, incubation cells, right? Okay, even Triple IT Hyderabad has an incubation center. The T Hub is in Triple IT Hyderabad. Okay, so there are many experiments that are happening in the Triple IT. I'll show you a few. Okay, yesterday there was an R&D showcase in the Triple IT Hyderabad. I had been there. Okay, a lot of ambitious projects, guys. A lot of ambitious projects. I'll show you some pics at the end. Okay, so this is what it is. Analysts predict, okay, that the country will have 11 million job openings. So the jobs are okay. I mean, I'm not very curious about these jobs and all. Probably some people who are really looking, if they have a career, I would simply conclude this whole slide. Yes, there is a bright future with respect to jobs. Okay, but don't look it as a job. It is a responsibility. Okay, that is my point. I will just, and Harvard has predicted well before 10 years back that data science is going to be 6 years career in 21st century. Yes, it is. Okay, we are seeing it already. All right. So this is how you have to become a data scientist. What is the first quality you should have? I tell this to many people. What is the most boring part in the whole journey, from starting from where you take the data and till the time where you deliver your model, maybe it a predictive model or a deep learning model, whatever model it is. The whole journey starts with the data, and the most boring part also will be data only. Okay, that is the key point which I want to tell you. So the it's the most boring part. What you have to do is you have to start loving your data. Okay, and of course, I presume you all love the mathematics. Okay, you should love mathematics. There is no data science or ML or AI without mathematics. You should love mathematics. You should do a lot of mathematics, especially calculus, okay, and linear algebra. Those two, and probability, of course. Okay, probability is the key. So probability, calculus, linear algebra. These three areas should be enough for you to really do good with that. Okay, AML. Start loving your algorithms, of course. So how to optimize the things, and good training and mentorship, and follow LinkedIn. Okay, you can join me on the LinkedIn. Okay, I'll share some of the things. Okay, so this is my first crisp feel of what data science and why data science. Okay, so your whole AI and ML is part of your data science only. It is not outside. Okay, you have the command of the data, you can be a better develop the better machine learning models. Okay, guys, any questions here for me before I take you to the next slide? Okay, so okay, great, thank you. Yeah, this is my next one. So AIM a little bit more, okay, detailed way. So what is that I mentioned? Make the world smarter, right? Okay, okay, yeah, sure. So this is the difference. Most of the people will have the question like, what is the AI and what is machine learning and what is deep learning. Okay, they are all dependent on each other. Okay, your AI is a little bigger entity where you can see your IoTs and the robotic level and your autonomous car, your reinforcement. Okay, those all things falls under the core AI, but your machine learning is when you talk about AI, it can be rule based also. As I showed you, the Ford Motor assembly line robots, your websites, they're all comes under AI only. Okay, they are making you better than before, right? They are AI, but they are all rule based. But your chatbots, okay, so let me make it clear. Okay, your chatbots are machine learning based, which means that they work dynamically. Okay, they understand the patterns of the data and predict what will be the output if the new data flows through that machine learning model. Okay, that is the machine learning. Hence, the machines will understand the pattern, they generalize the pattern of the historical data, means the data which is already present. They train on top of that and be ready for any new data. As and when you put the new data, it gives what will happen, and it which means that it predicts what is going to be output of the data. Okay, in other words, say for example, simply, if there are hundred thousands and thousands of people walking to the hospital every day, and you take those all those details, like if they have what is the blood sugar level, if their parents are having any diabetic, if their parents are diabetic or not, like what are, of course there are some demographics and what kinds of food they eat, and these all things, and at the end you test that patient and say that okay, this person is diabetic. Like that, you take the couple of details and the output, okay, he is diabetic, he is not diabetic, and take the details, not diabetic, take the details, diabetic. So like that, you collect all the data for the past 4 or 5 years. Okay, that data is called historic data, and now that data is passed to your machine learning. Machine will generalize, understand that data, and comes up with a equation. And as and when the somebody walks tomorrow after your machine learning machine got trained or machine learning is ready, once someone gets into the hospital and you put the same level of details, the machine will predict, oh, this person will not be diabetic or this person will be diabetic. How does it know? It learned from the previous historical data what hospital has carried all these years. And what it did, the new person who came into the hospital, it says that before he actually goes into the lab for testing, it says that your probability of getting diabetic is 90%. Okay, which means that he might be mostly a diabetic person. So the test results will also be positive if it is a well trained model with the proper data. If your model is saying 90% chance that he is diabetic and actually test says that he is not diabetic, that means your model is doing something wrong. At what level? If it is predicting 1 in the 10 wrong, okay, probably that is okay. But if it is predicting 9 of the 10 wrongly, that means your model is not trained properly. Okay, so that is the level what you have to understand at the machine learning. Okay, what machine learning is. And when it comes to the deep learning, it is little advanced. Okay, what is little advanced means it deals with the unstructured data. What is unstructured data? As I was telling you before, my voice is an unstructured data. Text is an unstructured data. Excuse me. Okay. Images are unstructured data. They won't be in the tabular form, right? It's not like name, roll number, age, okay, whether you use sweets. It won't be like in that format. The image is 24 by 24 pixels or 36 by 36 pixels. Okay. You have to convert into structured format. That is a next level of understanding. But the deep learning mostly deals with the unstructured data. So your NLP, natural language processing, or image processing, computer vision, GANs, you might have seen in Facebook like the styles transfer, right? So those are called GANs, generative adversarial networks. Those all fall under this deep learning. But again, internally, it takes the support from the machine learning concepts only. It is not entirely different thing. Okay, all your predictions, whatever the machine learning is doing, It does the same thing, on top of it does little bit more. Okay, so this is a subset. Deep learning is a subset of your machine learning, and they all will be AI. AI is a bigger entity. Okay, everything that is automated, you can say it is an AI only. Okay, so this is again the same thing. Algorithms that mimic the intelligence of human, able to resolve problems way smart, the simplest to the complex of all of the algorithms. Okay, I'm not going to read all these things, but yes, AI is the same thing. Okay, it can be rule based or it can be machine learning based, but ML is part of AI, which is completely machine learning, where machine understand the data, generalizes the pattern, and try to predict the next level of data. And the deep learning, so deep learning is the neural networks are the ones which are introduced in the deep learning. They are mostly used for your unstructured data, and the another thing is they uncover the hidden patterns. Okay, so what is a hidden pattern in the sense, like, how do you say, uh, like we may say that something is, some of those features are impacting the output, your target, which you are predicting, but the deep learning, that might not be the right always. Okay, there might be some internal relationship between couple of features that might be impacting your output. Okay, so those inherent, they are called latent features. So those kind of things will be discovered by the deep learning. Okay, that is one of the advantages of the deep learning. So it starts with AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So all are one. Deep learning is integral part of machine learning, machine learning is integral part of your AI, right? So what is that, you can say, like, couple of things, like, okay, your image processing, that is your deep learning. Your prediction of spam and ham. Okay, so you see your emails, right? Ham, spam means whether it's a spam email or ham email. Okay, there, that is your machine learning. Okay, deep learning is your image processing, which you normally see in your Facebooks or LinkedIn. Okay, where some people are doing the style transfers or image detection. So when they put your hand like this, it detects 5, right? Those are all part of your deep learning. Okay, and okay, and this one is AI. Everything falls under that. You are completely research things, and whatever you do, small automation also, you can say it is artificial intelligence only. Okay, so this all, again, I'm not going to run you through all this theory. It was first tossed in on Dartmouth University, by by one of the famous scientists. I forgot his name, and he just said that, well, let's do the human level of intelligence. Let's develop the human level of intelligence. Initially, they thought it's very easy, but okay, it's the magic of God. It's not that easy. Still, we are very, very, very low level, weak ML, weak AI, you would say. Okay, so you people, the next generation has lot of scope. Okay, to go from weak AI to strong AI. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So artificial narrow intelligence, we are still here, weak AI. Okay, so we are still has to go a long, there is a long way to go, which is artificial super intelligence. People are trying. Okay, still we are still here. Okay, still a long way to go. Hopefully you people will be there somewhere here. Okay, and you'll enjoy those fruits. Hopefully, I mean, I don't think it will become anything bad to the human uh, existence. Okay, hope. So that is also one more thing, guys. When you are developing anything, okay, it should never be destructive, it should always be constructive. Okay, try to be that way. Okay, so Deep Blue is the first supercomputer, as I told you, right? Previously, they used to build the gaming AI, okay, which wins the games on the chess players, okay, or AlphaGo, some game winning strategies. But that was not people are crazy about. So they are crazy about making the business out of it. Okay, so that is where it happened. Okay, so the machine reasoning is something which is coming uh, into the existing, the next level. Okay, so what is that? This is again a deep learning strategy. Like it introduce. There are many things. Machine reasoning is anything. Okay, um, like today also I was discussing with one of the professor, and they are saying like automatic reply depending on your message. Okay, say for example, if you write a review in Amazon, so someone has to manually read that one and reply to that, right? Okay, so but what is expected is an auto reply. So if you put a bad review, it should understand that one, and it should understand on what product you are doing, what is the SKU ID, okay, of that product, and say that, oh, this is the product, okay, is this the damage, okay, can you return it by this date, okay, using this methodology, so that we will refund your money. So that kind of reply, not just saying a sorry or thank you. No, not that level. Okay, of course, if it's a positive review, then it is more easy. But if it is negative review, it has to react more, right? So those kind of things all falls under this advanced, okay, machine reasoning center. So robotics, a field of science that concentration on building, developing, controlling the robots. You know that's very well, right? Okay. So this is what it is. A machine learning component first starts with the data set. When we talk about data set, the data set will also have features. What are the features? So your height, weight, okay. So your history, any history, like the history of the diabetic or any surgeries happen. These all kinds of things comes under the features. Means the columns, if you talk about Excel sheet, whatever columns you see, those columns are features, and rows are called observations. Okay, so the data set with all the features and an algorithm, a machine learning algorithm. You can design the algorithm, or you can use the over the shelf algorithm, because people have already designed some of the algorithms like decision tree, okay, random forest and all, linear regression, logistic regression. There are many algorithms, okay, close to 140, 145 algorithms, okay, and they are coming up. There are more. Okay, when you talk about deep learning, there are RNNs, LSTM, GRU, GPTs, okay, BERTs. There are many things that are coming up. Okay, so by the time you people pass out, you'll see lot many algorithms, or you may design few algorithms which are working on different data. Which is the first data or the algorithm? Of course, data is the first, right? So data is transforming itself, it is taking various forms. So previously, before Facebook, there is a different types of data. After the Facebook, different types of data. Before Twitter, it is a different. With Twitter, it is a different, right? Huge piles and piles of data. So how do you deal that? Okay, you may use your existing algorithm, but if the data is entirely different, then you may scrap all the algorithms and start designing the new algorithms. Okay, so depending on the data, your algorithms are evolving. Okay, so the algorithms are the results of your data. Okay, you can say like that. Okay, so machine learning components, the data set, features, that's what we discussed just now, right? Okay, and algorithms. So you can take the different algorithms. Okay, depending on the accuracy and speed, you can consider which algorithm will be useful. Otherwise, you join 2 to 3 algorithm, which is called ensemble. Okay, so if you think that one algorithm is not working fine, you can take the combination of multiple algorithms, right? Okay, so this is a machine learning, this is a deep learning, guys, as I told you. um, I mean, I don't want to get too much into this one. So in the machine learning, you generate the new features, but in the deep learning, you generate the new features or eliminate the features also. In the deep learning, it is taken care by the system. Okay, so that is the deep learning. It uses something called neurons. Okay, that is the next one. These are all the neurons. The dots you are seeing here, the circles, they are called the neurons. It starts, there will be an input layer, and this whole part where the actual process happens is called the hidden layer. Okay, it is called the hidden layer, and there will be an output layer. So there is a lot of there are a lot of concepts that comes into picture, like your activation functions. Okay, what all activation functions that are applied on the input hidden layer. and what are activation functions that will be applied on output layers, or do you really need to put an activation function? In some scenarios you don't need it. Okay, so these all things comes under neural network, so which is your deep learning part. Okay. And this is simple. These are the different areas of application. You name the domain, or you name the vertical, you see the application, whether it is manufacturing, healthcare, insurance, anything. Okay, and these are few, and these are all few applications of the machine learning. I mean, just I mentioned few. It can be more than this. Okay, there are more than this. Okay, definitely there are more than this. So product recommendation system, and um, what do you say? There is association rules formation, image recognition, speech recognition, auto language translation, and there are plethora of them. Okay, there are plethora of them. Okay, you 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 name it, you have an application. Okay, you can put your AI, artificial intelligence means intelligence, right? You can put the intelligence in any area. Okay, in any area, you name it, you can put it. Okay, without any hesitation. So keep your creative mind open and think the opportunities where you can include your AI implementation. Okay. Okay, so these are the healthcare applications. So disease identification and diagnosis. That is what I said before, right? The hysterectomy prediction, that comes under this one. Drug discovery and manufacturing. So, and yesterday also, I saw one of the device that really ECG. You can put that on your heart. Okay, you don't need to go to hospital. It gives all your vitals. Okay, how your health is doing and all those things. Okay, so and that is a healthcare range of product, right? So they have to get a lot of permissions, but they showed that how it is going on. Okay, and smart health records. If you are interested, even I am worried about that there are no proper tools to maintain the proper health records. In US it is fine, but in India we don't have. If you are okay, then try to get some startup around this. Okay, so personalized medicine treatment, and there is a project which one of my known friend has implemented this. Okay, so what is a personalized medicine treatment is, for some cancer patients previously, like they used to give the medicine depending on the age factor, like for this age or for this level of cancer, give this dosage of the drug. Okay, they never consider the genetics. So later it became the genetics, like if there are, according to the genetics, your drug will be personalized, not in India but abroad. You're using the, I mean, depending on your genes, your drug will be personalized, especially the cancer drug. Okay, so they take the blood sample and they check the genes. Oh, if this is the one, then they will run it through a machine learning. The machine will propose this much dosage of drug has to be given. Okay, you understand? So those kind of things are coming up with this new technology. Okay, medical image processing, MRI. Okay, so and drug discovery and manufacturing, like what kinds of drug has to be used in these scenarios, in certain scenarios. Okay, if the fever is high and something is low, what should be used? So everything can be done through your, okay, drug discovery. Okay, and even new drugs, like for your COVID also, there is a lot of things that happened using AI. Okay, and that is the reason, one of the reason I could say that we got the vaccine very fast. Okay, and the next slide is also same thing, where you have image recognition, natural language processing, portfolio management, which is gaining a lot of popularity these days because everybody is investing in share markets and mutual funds. Okay, drug discovery, we discussed. Speech recognition. What is speech recognition? There are various things in the speech recognition. If you play a song, it tells who is the singer. Okay, or it tells who it is, a male voice or female voice. For us, we know, but for the system to understand, there is a lot of mathematics that happens and a lot of machine learning that happens behind, right? So those are the few of the things. There are various uh, applications on the similar lines when it comes to the speech recognition. Say fraud voice detections. Okay, they all falls under speech recognition. And NLP is your natural language processing, which we were discussing before, like how to convert your speech to text, text to speech, okay, when I'm talking, or lip syncing. These all things can comes under natural language processing, along with some deep learning techniques. Okay, and what are the tools that you need to learn? Um, First, start with Python. Okay, and Julia is also gaining some popularity. Or these are the popular languages. SAS, you don't need to worry at this point. I think it is okay because it's a licensed software. Not many companies are implementing that. Okay, Jupyter Notebook, Scikit-learn is some of the technologies, means libraries you have to use. TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch, SAS anyways. Okay, Apache Spark. These are the few of the things which you have to go through that one. Forget about SAS, but rest all are anyways you have to learn. Okay, and there are many other things. Okay, I just give few as an example. And these are the visualization tools: Tableau, Power BI, ClickView. There are other things like Grafana, okay, Kibana and all, but I'm not suggesting them to you at this point. These are the popular things. Okay. Cloud technologies, you know this one. Okay, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Platform, and PCF, Pivotal Cloud Foundry, which is a free. Okay, but yeah, top these three are important. This is the open source, so don't worry about this one. uh, there are free versions in this one also, especially for students. You can take a look at these things. AWS is Amazon Web Services. Okay, it's a cloud. Azure, which is a Microsoft. Google Cloud Platform is Google's. Okay, and in the machine learning there are different things. One is supervised, one is unsupervised, and reinforcement, and there is semi-supervised. So out of which, normal machine learning, or even me, okay, including me, I work mostly on supervised and unsupervised only. Do I work on reinforcement? No, but yes, it is gaining grounds nowadays. Probably even I have to learn that. Okay, so reinforcement is much advanced, like your driverless cars and all, working on these concepts. Okay, so that is pretty much it, guys. I know we have time constraint, so I just thought we'll probably I may rush a little bit, but yes, I think I covered the core understanding and the concepts of where you have to start and what is the data and what is how the machine learning takes the advantage of that. Okay. Any other questions, guys, for me? Yeah, I know it is a question and answer session. I have a hard stop at 7:20. Probably will wind up in 15 minutes. I'll stop my camera. But hey, hi, JD.
Yes, sir. So that was a really great presentation. Both the presentations were so thorough and so outgiving, and there were so many topics that were discussed in detail. As we can
Thank you.
see that many questions are popping up, shall we start taking the questions from the live
Sure,
chat?
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can we please have the first question?
Oh, where should I see? I don't see any questions.
It'll be
There's
put
some
on
are
the
waiting.
screen, sir.
Okay.
Why
Trending
is
so
machine
fast?
learning? Yeah,
Yeah. Why is machine learning trending so fast? Uh, because of the business benefits. One thing. Okay. And people started seeing the advantage of using machine learning. Okay, so that they can make the decisions faster. Okay, and your computation speed also increased. Okay, back and when we started our career, we don't have this much computation power, right? So now the
right.
computation power has increased a lot. Okay, and the data started piling up. Okay, the more you can make use of the data, the more you can get the benefits out of it. So using machine learning,
Right.
you can do that. Okay.
Can we have the next question?
Yeah.
What will be the future opportunities in this sector, sir?
As I told you, like in a couple of my slides or has covered it already. It is amazing, and don't miss this bandwagon. That is my suggestion. Of course, many people have their own interest. I don't say, I mean, everything will be machine learning, but somewhere or other you will have to touch it. Okay, because there
Right.
is definitely um, a flavor of that one that comes on your way.
Yeah.
Okay, so get an idea of this one. Even if you like mechanical, if you're a mechanical engineer, you wants to work on your cars or something like that, but have learn this one and keep it aside. You never know when will you can make use of it.
Okay. Sir,
But
is it all right
opportunities are really good.
if you switch on your video? Is
Yeah,
it
sure.
possible? Yeah. Okay, can we have the next question? So, what are the resources for beginner students to get started with machine learning and data science?
Oh, resources in the sense like in terms of training or in terms of training, you have Udemy, one of the thing, okay, and Coursera is one good source, and there are YouTube also has many people started their YouTube channels, and there are many things, and there is follow LinkedIn, get onto the LinkedIn. Many people are posting good books on that one, good articles on that one. Okay, there is a one blog called medium.com or towards data science. I don't know if you can type that somewhere, towards data science. Okay, so that is a beautiful blog, where you can learn most of your subject over there. Okay,
All
and
right.
coming to the technologies, Python is one thing to start with. Okay, and you have a couple of tools, how to write the Python, I mean where to write the Python code. And there is one thing called Google Colab, which is free cloud by Google, where you can write your Python code and execute over there. Okay, it is exactly like a Jupyter notebook. Jupyter
Okay.
notebook is also free. You can download it through Anaconda.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So, we'll be taking one more question as the last question.
Okay.
Can you tell us what kind of problems you faced in this field while pursuing your passion?
So there are a lot of challenges. Okay, so the first challenge is always comes with the data. No one knows how the data should look like, right? It is
Yeah.
evolving process. Okay,
Yeah.
so you you take the data, you try something, and after 3 to 4 months, you realize that that complete machine learning model is scrapped. Okay, we waste our resource, we waste our time, we'll throw that model away. So then we feel really bad. But yes, sometimes you can't do anything, we have to see well in advance. But yes, uh, we are I mean we try to do that, but sometimes we fail. Okay, that is the most and biggest challenge. And evolving technology is one of the challenge. Okay, so five
Yeah.
years back no one was talking about IoTs. Now IoT has become a central part of your whole research, right? So tomorrow by the time we talk, someone is talking about metaverse. Okay,
Yeah.
so you should be on top of your toes to learn all these technologies, at least to get the some understanding of this technology.
All right,
Okay,
sir.
yeah, so that is another
Yeah.
biggest
So,
challenge.
okay, sir. It looks like we've reached the end of the session. The time
Sure,
seemed to have passed by very quickly while interacting with you, sir. We would
thank you.
like to
Yeah.
know how do you feel about the interaction with us today, sir?
Oh, it was great. I mean, a lot of kind people, enthusiastic people, and
Yes,
I
sir.
feel myself in my college days. Okay, so yeah, all the best, guys. Connect me over LinkedIn, Phani Karnati. You just type on
Right.
the LinkedIn, probably you'll see my name. So hopefully we'll be in touch, and I can give you some guidance, like if you need, okay, if you want to pursue the career in the data science. Okay.
Yes, sir. And personally, one remark that you've made in your first presentation when you said AI and data science is not a job, it's a responsibility.
Right.
And you've also mentioned that, we're talking about the passengers of a flight or dealing with highly flammable liquids.
Right.
And,
Yes.
and I agree with you that, there's a lot of responsibility that comes into the picture.
Right.
I feel
Yeah.
that most of the viewers and everyone that's watching us would also feel the same way.
Right. Yes. Definitely. If you want to pursue it,
And
build up your responsibility
yes,
first.
I want to thank you again. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to thank you again on behalf of our whole team for accepting our invitation and giving us some of your precious time from your busy schedule. It was an excellent experience interacting with you, sir. Best of
Thank you.
luck with all your upcoming endeavors in the future, and thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay. You
Thank you, sir.